Land Before Time, The Mark of the Longneck, Chapter 14, A Painful Decision. The storm was striking over the heavenly valley. Littlefoot, Shorty, Ollie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike were hanging by a vine by Bone over the ravine. Petrie was struggling to pull up Sierra, Ducky, Spike. Petrie was starting to slide down slowly. Bone was trying to pull Littlefoot, Shorty, Ollie up. Littlefoot noticed Petrie was struggling. He knew Petrie couldn't hold them up much longer. There was only one option. Dad, you have to help Petrie pull Sierra, Ducky, Spike up. Petrie can't hold them any longer, Littlefoot shouted panically. But Littlefoot, I can't pull both of you, Bone replied worriedly. I know that. Just drop the vine and save them instead, Littlefoot shouted depressingly. Absolutely not. I will never let any of you go, Bone shouted angrily. I know you won't, Littlefoot replied happily while tears were streaming from his eyes. What the hell do you think you're doing? Shorty shouted panically. Littlefoot, Ollie gasped. Bone eyes widened. Suddenly, Littlefoot bit the vine. Littlefoot, no, Bone shouted panically. Are you crazy? Shorty shouted panically. Petrie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike looked on in shock. The vine snapped off, causing Littlefoot, Shorty, Ollie to fall into the ravine. Bone, Petrie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike eyes widened in shock. Shorty and Ollie were screaming as they were falling. Minutes later, a huge splash was heard from the bottom of the ravine. Lightning was striking. Tears started to form in Petrie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike's eyes. Did that just happen? Petrie muddled while crying. I must be dreaming. Tell me I'm dreaming. Oh no, Ducky shouted while crying. Spike moaned loudly while crying. It can't be, Littlefoot, Sierra replied while crying. Bone stood there for a few minutes while tears were streaming from his eyes. Suddenly, Bone dug his feet into the wall violently. Bone screamed loudly. Suddenly, Petrie lost his grip of the vine and started to slide down. Suddenly, Bone grabbed the vine and tossed Petrie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike over the ravine violently. They landed on the ground. Bone then pulled himself back up from the ravine. Petrie, Sierra, Ducky, Spike stood up. Thanks, Bone, Petrie replied nervously. Bone was looking in the ravine while tears were streaming from his face. Sierra, Petrie, Ducky, Spike looked on in sadness.